At college campuses across the country continuing, including at Virginia Tech, where several protesters were arrested late last night. NewsNation's Kelsey Kernstein has been following the very latest. Kelsey, schools taking different tactics here, and some schools say they're breaking up these protests. But are there any signs that they're actually coming to an end or no?
Markie, there is really just no indication these protests are coming to an end anytime soon. Negotiations failing between universities and pro-Palestinian groups over the weekend. And Markie, the number of arrests are staggering. 100 protesters were detained at Northeastern University in Boston, 70 at Arizona State University, and close to 80 arrests at Washington University in St. Louis, just to mention a few. Some reports saying that more than 800 people have been arrested at campus protests since April 18th. Here you can see clashes at UCLA, a growing number of protesters with crowds turning violent, screaming at each other. And then this, one pro-Israeli woman suffering a head injury, falling to the ground, and then she has to be carried out. In a statement from the university, the vice chancellor saying UCLA has a long history of being a place of peaceful protest, and we are heartbroken about the violence that broke out. Going on to say the school has brought in additional security. And at the University of Southern California, dozens of LAPD officers on high alert as the university closed the campus as vandalism and violence continues.
There's no peace, no racist police.
And at Cal Poly Humboldt, illegal activity causing millions of dollars in damages. Just last night, the university offering protesters a last chance deadline to leave occupied buildings by 7 Eastern to avoid immediate arrest. However, the school says it will remain closed and be remote for the rest of the semester. NewsNation's Chris Starwell spoke exclusively to Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman about the college campus unrest.
Of course, it's a great American value to protest, but I don't believe living in a pup tent for Hamas is really helpful. I can't end that war. Joe Biden can't end that war. Netanyahu can't end that war, but Hamas could end it right now immediately. They could release the last hostage and they could surrender. And all of the misery and the death and the destruction ends right there, too.
And a very different look at Columbia University. Hundreds of Israeli flags and posters of Israeli hostages outside of the encampment. Jewish students saying this morning they still do not feel safe. Markie?
An agonizing and unfortunate end to the school year for so many students and faculty members. Kelsey, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.